Well, another year here, another Wednesday back here, Tracy and the Big D, and another year of great music. Tamworth's done and dusted. We've got all the festivals ahead of us. But one of the big sensations out of Queensland last year was Caitlyn Shadbolt as a result of the X Factor. A lot of people around the festival circuit had known Caitlyn for some time, but she really made an impact in mainstream as well. And we thought we'd catch up with her because she's got a brand new single out. So we'd catch up with her now, and she joins us. Hey, Caitlyn, how are you going?
Hello, I'm well. How are you guys?
Look, we're fantastic, and I've got to tell you, I love the name of the single because it's what every man says when we go touring. Maps out the window, not going to ask for directions, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, we've been waiting for, as Darren mentioned, around the circuits and thing. Caitlyn Shadbolt's been a name, and as last year, sort of the name came to light to everybody. And we've been waiting for quite a while for a single or some recording from Caitlyn. Tell us how Maps Out the Window came about.
Yeah, well, the song was produced by Andrew Cochran in Brisbane at FX Productions, and he actually sourced a bunch of songs from Nashville for me and sent some over and said, you know, what do you like, what are your favourites and stuff like that. And I listened to this song and, yeah, I thought it was great. So, went with this one.
So, Caitlyn, what was Tamworth like this year compared to previous years?
The biggest difference for me was that last year, I had probably the same amount of gigs, but this year I had people show up and watch.
What a great feeling that is. So
yeah. I mean, I played even the HQ stage just down in Peel Street, and there was just so many people there waiting for me to jump on it. It was quite incredible. I couldn't believe it.
And it's so humbling to know that you've, you've made an impact on so many people as well. And of course, now that the single's out, it'll be another impact when you show up at a gig and they start singing the words back to you. Have you noticed any of that yet? I mean, I know it's only fairly fresh out there, but has that started yet?
Not yet, no. But I've seen a lot on social media and stuff like that, and even Snapchat and people singing along there. So I'm waiting for that day. Probably the next gig will be that happening. It's exciting.
It must be a bit surreal though to know that you're you've got the same demographic in some positions, and it's not a bad thing, as One Direction. The kids love you.
Yeah, I know. I think that's incredible because I really believe that the youth, there should be more youth in the country industry. So I'm really hoping to bring some more youth into the market, and hopefully this single is the start of doing that. That's
a really good point because the opportunity that you've got to engage with younger ones to see country music as being cool, you and Keith Urban and those sort of people do, is make it cool for 10-year-olds to put country music on their iPod.
That's, I want to have a career in music, but my biggest mission is to make country music cool. And, it already is. It's basically just to show youth that, it's not that stigma of old tractors and all the rest of it. It's actually, a great genre.
Now, a lot of people that might know Caitlyn Shadbolt don't know that you've done a lot of time at the ICM,
yep,
also as a mentor for even younger ones.
Yeah. So the AICM is, it's called the Australian Institute of Country Music, and it's basically the opportunity for kids to have work experience in the music industry. Because it's very easy if you want to be a tradie to go out and work for someone, and have some practice, but there's not a real lot of opportunity for that in the music industry. So yeah, it's a great little outlet, and